Draw Something. It's a game that lets you play a smartphone-era version of Pictionary. It's quickly become the hottest mobile game, surpassing hits like Angry Birds and Zynga's Words with Friends for the top spot on iTunes. Just 6 weeks after the game essentially went viral with 35 million downloads, Zynga's purchased OMGPop, which is the company behind Draw Something. We caught up with OMGPop CEO Dan Porter a day before the sale. Here's what he had to say. Something like Angry Birds and Zynga, obviously these guys who dominate some of this game space are a little bit nervous right now.
Yeah.
And there have been rumors that there have been talks and they've been trying to acquire you. Would you sell something like this?
I can't comment on any talks because I'm mostly focused on making the game. But I would say that it's like any type of entertainment business, right? Like if you make a really compelling record album or an amazing movie, you can be the smallest company in the world, and if it resonates with people, it can just pop out of nowhere. And so those are all amazing companies, and they've all made really good games. And we're excited for our chance to do that and feel all the pressure to support the game and make more awesome games. But for me, it's really more a story about you can go along for 3 or 4 years with no success, and then one day you can open the door and crazy things can happen.
And essentially, Zynga wants to purchase you.
I mean, I can't comment on that, but...
Let me ask you, because every entrepreneur I've ever spoken to says they've got a number, right?
Yeah.
They've got a number that if you reach that number, if someone were to put that number on the table, you wouldn't be able to ignore it.
Yeah.
Do you have that number?
You know what? I mean, yes and no. The real answer is we took a real big risk with this game, and we created something that's very different than any game out there. I'm pretty sure any game company in the world would probably not have even greenlit this game, and making the game and seeing the game do well is really, it's insanely fun, and we're having a really good time. And so, every company that wants to do a deal, a partnership, invest with you is going to come up with some number that's the same. But for us, it's really like, who's going to let us keep making out-of-the-box games like that? Because that's what's interesting, and that's what's fresh, and that's what gets us excited about coming to work every day.
It does seem like these big companies and this appetite to acquire right now, to acquire for talent, to acquire these hot startups. A lot of people do worry that once the acquisition happens, the innovation level goes down.
Yeah, I think that that's true. I think if you look in the internet era, there were companies, Yahoo, Google. Some were really good at acquiring, some were not. I think the important thing for any deal, whether we were to acquire another company or someone were to acquire us, is like, how do you keep the people who are invested in making the game day to day super excited about it? Because the one thing I'll say is, whether I own the company or stockholders own the company or Martians own the company or anyone owns the company, the idea that you could make a game and you could be walking down the street and you could see somebody playing your game that you made is an amazing feeling. And as long as you're able to capture that feeling, you're going to continue to have people who want to do really creative, interesting things.